A very good afternoon from the WA State Futsal Centre in Coburn, Western Australia. The final of the Men's Futsal State League Championship about to get underway as the teams make their way onto the pitch. Nice of them to give us a wave up here in the main stand. Perth Aquila in the replica Barcelona strip. They will be taking on Brazza Jinga in the white and blue. Brazza Jinga, who won 8-1 last night in their semi-final against Hammond Park, with hat-tricks to Diego Garcia and Adriano Martino. Also goals to Correja and Dixon. But it was the win from Perth Aquila that stunned many. Perth Aquila finishing the league ladder in 4th position, upset Cambio Cumbre, who were the defending champions and who had only lost one game all season. And they had a 3-2 victory with a goal by their captain Lalovic in the dying minutes. It's fair to say he also opened the scoring, and Daniel Masevsky scored the other goal for Perth Aquila. Great achievement by Perth Aquila. They were only formed as a futsal club in 2013, previously known as FK Ot Pisani, and they changed the look of the club, and they were draft league runners-up in the summer competition in 2014. Credit to Alex Lalovic, who is the man behind the club, along with Daniele Dulisse. Brazza Jinga were last year's grand finalists in both the Draft League and the State Futsal League, but they went down in the final last year to Cambio Cumbre, so they'll really be looking for victory this time around. The two teams met in round 6, where they played out a 2-all draw, and then they met in round 13, and it was actually Perth Aquila who won that game 5-4, and had Brazza Jinga won that, they would have gone on to win the league on goal difference. Brazza Jinga have scored the most goals in the competition all year, 101 goals for, 36 against. Perth Aquila have only scored 56 and had 62 goals against. So they've had a little bit of a leaky defence, and goal scoring has been hard. But when it comes to a final, the form book goes out of the window. Anything can happen. Captain for Perth Aquila tonight is Igor Novakovic. Didn't play last night as he was under a bit of an injury cloud, but there's no way he was going to miss the final tonight. And the captain for Brazza Jinga is Victor Browner. It will be Perth Aquila getting us underway. I'm Ashley Morrison, and we hope you're enjoying this coverage. And you can catch the semi-finals on YouTube, as well as the women's final, which we just had the pleasure of enjoying. Hammond Park being victorious over South Metro. Paul Natali to David Masevsky. There are two Masevskys in the Perth Aquila side. David and older brother Daniel. Browner, Correja, Martino, Browner again, Martino, Fracasso with a shot, sharp save from Kneebone. Trying a ball over the top to Masevsky, Natali. Browner finds Fracasso. Strong tackle. Masevsky, was he pushed by Martino? Claiming he was. Correja, who had a bit of a knock on his knee last night, worried that he might not start today, but played on through it. Dulisa hits the ground. He is the head coach of Perth Aquile. Browner manages to get past Misevsky, but his shot goes wide. Novakovic carries forward. Just played it about a foot too far in front of David Misevsky. Martino. Fracasso gets a sharp pass back from Browner. Martino with a shot blocked by Novakovic. He did very well to get his hands out of the way of that and control it with his chest. Here he is again, Novakovic. Down the flank he goes, was trying to just bend that with the outside of his right foot, but never really got hold of it. Bit of a grimace, hopefully that's just from his attempted cross rather than any injury, although just seeing him rubbing his left hamstring, it may well be that declaring himself fit for this game is a little bit too far. Strong challenge from Misevsky. Put his hand, though, in the chest of Correia. Helsius Correia was the most valuable player last year, as well as top goal scorer. Shot comes in again. Sharp defending from Novakovic in front of his keeper, Brad Kneebone. Natali. Very much a local boy. WA Futsal Centre in Coburn. He plays. What a goal from Misevsky. Outstanding. Natali played it forward. Misevsky let it run and then just shot across his body and also across the goalkeeper, Barros, to make it 1-0 to Perth Aquile. 3.5 minutes gone and the fourth place team take the lead. Barros to Browner. Didn't know a great deal about that shot from Misevsky. Fracasso loses out to Dulisa. Well, lively start, and for the neutrals, that's just the score you want early on. Natali unable to keep that ball in play. One thing Braza-Jinga won't do is panic, and Kneebone winds back the clock and shows why he's so highly regarded. A very sharp save to deny Martino. Martino, who looks through as if he's going to be heading for a professional career with Chonburi Blue Wave in Thailand. Another shot, Kneebone saves again with his legs. Dulisa brings it under control. Novakovic just slowing things down. Natali to Misevsky. Natali playing the pivot role at the moment. Dulisa. Dulisa again, getting the ball. Misevsky. Novakovic. Back to Misevsky, back to Novakovic. Pressure applied by Fracasso. Tali closed down by Martino and Correia. Fracasso. Browner manages to get round, gets the shot away. Sharp save again by Kneebone at his near post. Fracasso trying to spot a little bit of space, and there's no doubt that was a push from Igor Novakovic. He was virtually had both hands on the chest and was leaning into him. Apologises now. Shot comes in, Kneebone saves again, and Martino on the rebound, just pushes it wide. Jinga, they just need a sniff. Martino loves to score goals. Masevski, good skill shown by him, but good tracking by Correia. Novakovic called. Short pass to Masevski. Correia looked as if he'd won possession, and he gets the decision from the referee. Thiago Fracasso finds Browner. Browner shoots. Kneebone saves again. Lifted over. It's hit the underside of the bar from Correia. Well, how unlucky was that? Jinga must have thought they were going to equalise then. Correia did everything right. Kneebone blocks him again, and just this time I thought the ball had gone in. It's gone behind the goal. You can't take your eyes off the action for a second. Masevski. Novakovic squeezes the ball through to Dulisa. Correia with a shot. Kneebone again stands tall and saves. Parries to the feet of Lalovic. Masevski with a strong challenge on Correia. And there was a tug of the shirt. Correia is the man going to be penalised. And Jinga's captain, Victor Browner, not happy. And nor were a lot of the fans here who are here to see Jinga victory, trailing at the moment 1-0, courtesy of a sharp finish from David Masevski. Fracasso to Browner, shot comes in, he's just pushed it wide. That was Diego Garcia, scored a hat-trick last night in the semi-final. Correia looked as if he was being held there by Masevski. Did well to skip away. Browner playing slightly further forward. Oh, and just pushed his left foot shot the wrong side of Kneebone's left-hand post. One would say the goalkeeper was perfectly placed. Novakovic picks out Masevski. Got to get past Fracasso. Can't. Has to go back. Still going back. It's come off his heel. Will it stay in play? Fracasso's won it back. Super play. And that's a handball. Andre Duna penalised for the handball. Clever play and great persistence from Thiago Fracasso. And last night, Jinga showed they'd worked a lot at their set pieces such as this. Fracasso with a shot, blocked on the line. And that was a good save from, I think it was Lalovic who got the touch. Was indeed. Correia, Kneebone again covers his near post and saves his team. Fracasso to Browner. Correia, Kneebone again saves. Well, he's been 5-time state Futsal League champion. He's been a WA representative and is regarded by many as probably the best goalkeeper in the league, Brad Kneebone. And he's really showing why he has such high raps. Lovely back heel. Hit the post this time. Browner cannot believe. Again, superb work. Diego Garcia back heeling to Browner. Kneebone finally beaten and the ball came off the post. Well, Jinga, as we get past the halfway point in the first half, will be wondering what they've got to do. They've hit the underside of the crossbar. They've also hit the post. And they're trailing by 1-0. Haven't seen Daniel Masevski on the pitch at all. He was doubtful yesterday, and one wonders whether he's aggravating an injury, and that's why he's not out, or maybe Perth Aquila are saving him for the latter stages of the game. Ball with his younger brother David at the moment, as his misdirected ball goes out of play. Well, it's been thrilling stuff. The ball given away. Masevski, though, just left it behind. Novakovic trying to find a way through. Fracasso, though, strong as ever. Browner first touch to Garcia. Browner again into Novakovic. Clipped forward, but out of play. Novakovic, good turn from him, letting the ball run. Keeps going as there's a slip from Browner. And a telling tackle from Correja. Fair tackle. Referee's getting that right, even though there was a little look out of the corner of his eye from Igor Novakovic. Correja nods it forward, keeps going, plays it across, should be a goal, and they are level, and the crowd go on their feet. The goal coming from Diego Fracasso. Brazza Jinga are level. Seven minutes remaining in the first half. Honours even. A well-worked goal by Brazza Jinga. All started from Correja, running forward with purpose. Well, took too long to take the corner. Browner, Garcia runs at Natali. Natali gets a foot in and manages to steal possession back for his team. Masevski with a shot from long range, but it was high and it was wide. Browner again carries it out for Brazza Jinga. Finds Garcia at the top of the area. A little bit of a scuffle before Slavojevic clears for Perth Aquila. Sharp running coming from Brazza Jinga. Browner with a shot, curls it wide. Slavojevic plays it forward to Natali. Goes to receive the ball back. It's lost. Garcia. Martino's pulled wide. Kneebone gets a touch and pushes it into the side netting. Masevski's stolen it. Shoots from a long way out. Credit to Barros. Came out of his area and narrowed the angle and forced Masevski to try and pick a spot. And Masevski only had a split second in which to get his shot away. Garcia holds up well. Back to Browner. Duna ahead of him, but he managed to get past him. Slavojevic does well. Comes back to Browner, though. Browner tries a shot. Top corner! That was a sensational finish from the Brazza Jinga captain. And look how happy he is. Celebrations, hugs all around. And Brazza Jinga, from being a goal down in the matter of just 3 minutes, find themselves 2-1 to the good. Daniel Masevski on the ball now. He is fit and able to play. Late involvement for him. Ball comes off Slavojevic. And a yellow card has been issued to Daniele Dulisa. Browner to Garcia, gets the ball back. Claimed by Kneebone. A little bit of a push in the back. getting a little bit feisty out there. Daniel Masevski. Dulisa. Natali. His return pass doesn't come off, but it's a strong challenge. Masevski will go through. Garcia with a silky little take away from the feet of Daniel Masevski. Driven into Browner. Masevski cleans up. Masevski under pressure manages to find Dulisa with good skill along the corner. Slavojevic now with a bit of space. Shoots. Shoots again. It's just gone wide of Barros' goal on that occasion. We're in the final 3 minutes of the first half. Brasajinga leading by 2-1, having been trailing 1-0. Eventually brought back under control really well by Calazans. Daniel Masevski. Dulisa will get the return pass. Well, no, he didn't. It was just taken away from him at the last minute. Novakovic was trying to play the layoff. Daniel Masevski looking for the ball over the top. Doesn't come off. Fracasso into Dulisa. Helped forward. Strong challenge from Garcia. Calazans can't keep the ball in play. Quick change. Caleb Dixon comes on for Calazans. And there's a little bit of confusion with the substitution, but it is going to be Brasajinga ball. Garcia to Martino, the 2 hat-trick scorers last night. Garcia hits the deck. Masevski combines with Novakovic. Dulisa. Slavojevic trying to thread a pass through, and there's a bit of delay there. Dulisa very quick to pounce. Martino's done well. Fracasso will be put under more pressure. Daniele Dulisa is really putting his life on the line in this game. He's putting everything into every tackle, every attack. He's coming back again now to snap at the heels. Caleb Dixon coming across, but robbed by Masevski. Strong challenge comes in from Garcia on Novakovic. And the clock is going to stop because Igor Novakovic is going to take a while to get up from that challenge. We're in the final minute of the first half. It was really caught between 2 players. Just taking his time to get back up to his feet. And surface just being dried. Obviously, Novakovic has perspired a fair amount with the work he's put in the first half. So can Brasajinga defend this free kick? David Masevski drills a shot, saved by Barros. The bench rise to applaud. Daniel Masevski tries to get down the left-hand side. Just ran out of space. Barros to Fracasso. Dixon. Correja. Fracasso. Almeida. Dixon. And Dixon gets a third for Brasajinga and goes to the crowd to milk the applause. Brasajinga look like they're going into half-time with a 3-1 lead, having been trailing by 1-0. And complaints that the clock hasn't stopped. I think there's just been a little bit of over-exuberant celebration as the officials confer. So they're going to play 15 seconds more, even though the clock has already run out. in the celebrations. The officials forgetting to stop the clock when the goal was scored. So David Masevski. Novakovic to Daniel Masevski. His shot just goes wide. Barros will take his time. He can't take too long. Bowls the ball out. Happy if it goes out of play, and the whistle sounds, and Braza Jinga, who were a goal down, have managed to fight their way back, and the score at half-time is Braza Jinga 3, Perth Aquila 1. Second half of the WA State Futsal League Grand Final about to get underway here. Braza Jinga currently leading by 3-1. They were trailing by 1-0. David Masevski with a wonderful finish to put Perth Aquila ahead. Braza Jinga didn't panic and have slowly worked their way back into the game. Fracassa gets us underway. He was the man who scored Braza Jinga's first goal. Oh, and they've opened the scoring straight away. Helsius Correia with a rocket to start the second half. And he comes to applaud the camera. As well he might. 4-1 now in favour of Braza Jinga, and their fans find voice. Perth Aquila are going to have to really battle now in the next 19 and a half minutes to get back in this game. David Masevski battling hard. So too Novakovic. His armbands come off. Well, Correia with a brilliant goal. Helped on by Browner, but couldn't get the direction right to Almeida. Daniel Masevski having to get past Almeida. Goes back to Natali. To David Masevski. Almeida Just loses out to Daniel Masevski. David Masevski gets there quickly and just toe pokes it back to his elder brother. Now it's with Novakovic. Natali, Masevski. Novakovic looking to just lay it back to Masevski, but he got underneath his shot. Fracasso, who's played at the highest level in Brazil, keeps going. And Novakovic comes back and just toe pokes it away from him just as he was about to shoot. Thiago Fracasso playing for Carlos Barbosa in Brazil. Of course, Barbosa was the unfortunate name of the goalkeeper in 1950 that let the ball slip through his hands when they lost to Uruguay. So not a name that's very popular in Brazil. Correia denied by Kneebone. Can't blame him for any of the goals so far. He's made some fantastic saves in this fight. He's going to have to do so again. It's another goal. Browner, Fracasso and Browner combining. And Browner just poking it in before he went into the wall behind the goal. Daniel Masevski is also down. Hopefully nothing urgent. (5-1) though to Braza-Jinga now, and Browner getting his second goal, the captain of Braza-Jinga. And you would think Perth Aquila are in a little bit of trouble now. Certainly Daniel Masevski is, and our thoughts go out to him. Not sure whether his back caught the post or if he caught the hoardings behind the goal. The bench are up, showing their concern, and he came into this match under an injury cloud, and maybe he may not play any further part, which is really unfortunate. No one wants to be injured in a final, and Perth Aquila need his skills out there on the pitch. Has given them a chance to regroup though down on the pitch, and Daniele Dulisse having the chance to talk to his players. He is the head coach on the ball now. David Masevski. Natali did well to bring that under control. Dulisse gets it now. Good skills from him, shielding the ball well. Correia, I thought he'd got the touch, but obviously not. Garcia plays it forward to Calazans. Good run from him across the goal. Correia went with his foot, should have gone with his head. And it will be a concern to Perth Aquila how they're being ripped apart at the moment. Braza-Jinga, every attack looked like they might score. Fracasso to Garcia. Calazans back to Garcia, just got the angle slightly wrong. Calazans really hits a bad pass, but did on that occasion. Masevski gets a second goal, gives Perth Aquila a lifeline. Almost a replica of his first, although not quite as crisp a finish, but still just as skillful. Turning as the ball ran across him, and then just striking it first time past Barros. So David Masevski has given Perth Aquila a lifeline. Strong challenge from Paul Natali. Used to seeing those in 11-a-side. Kneebone quickly drilling the ball over the side. Natali needing to get back a little bit further, I think. Fracasso to Garcia. Back heel from Garcia, back to Fracasso. Calazans could have turned, found Correia. Calazans in space, keeps it in play. Nobody making the run forward. Just looking at Novakovic, just running a little bit gingerly. Just wonder if he's stiffening up his hamstring or whatever injury. His legs are certainly not moving as freely as they were at the start of the game. Dulisse, well, he did well and then just caught Garcia. Can Perth Aquila find a way back? Fracasso to Garcia. Blind pass to Martino. Looking to find Fracasso again. Calazans intercepts. Novakovic picks out Dulise. And that was good defending from Martino. Renowned for his goal scoring, but also a very good defender. Adriano Martino on the ball now for Brazajinga. Keeps going, comes across, looked like it was going to be an own goal. Kneebone luckily gets it off the heel of Duna. Lalovic comes on for Perth Aquila. It's gone very, very quiet here at the WA State Futsal Centre. We're in the final quarter of an hour of the grand final. David Masevski, 2 goals to his name, trying to get something going for Perth Aquila to get them back in the game. Strong run from Lalovic. He got 2 goals last night, looking for another one tonight. Garcia, crossfield pass to Fracasso. Back to Garcia, trying to create some space. Calazans goes round the back, tries to curl the ball in. It came off the post, and also Brad Kneebone. Novakovic across, and Lalovic just trying to side foot it forward. It was a good break from Perth Aquila. There's some good futsal being played by both teams. Lalovic just grimacing a little bit. He's got his knee heavily strapped tonight. Ball has gone out of play, so Browner penalised. It will be a Perth Aquila ball. Lalovic short pass to Novakovic. Novakovic again. Finds David Masevski. Shoots. Touched by Barros around the post. I think it may have been just going wide, but he couldn't run any risks the way David Masevski's striking the ball tonight. Comes back to the captain. Barros claims off the head of Masevski. Martino. Garcia to Dixon. Martino. Browner. Dixon again. Browner looking for options. Martino drops back, tries to thread a ball to Garcia. Looked almost as if Novakovic was holding him, but it wasn't given. Masevski turns again, and Browner is saying he was holding my shirt. Very demonstrative. Victor Browner. Shot comes in. Lalovic, great save from Barros. Well, the first time shot was a good one from Lalovic. Barros watched it all the way. Now it comes to Masevski. He tries a shot with his right, just deflected. So it'll still be Perth Aquila ball. Goes to Masevski again, nods it down to Lalovic. Lalovic eventually gives it back to David Masevski, but he's had to travel all the way back inside his own half. Alex Lalovic has gone almost back into his goal. Came off Browner, Kneebone. Novakovic gives it back to David Masevski, who is swapped, and Slavojevic comes on for him. Natali back to Slavojevic. Trying to thread a pass. It will come to Lalovic. Slavojevic, short pass to his captain. Trying to clip a ball over the top. Martino read it well. Garcia, Browner, and straight away Brazajinga start the movement off the ball. Browner's just touch was not quite into the path of Garcia. Novakovic. Natali. Slavojevic. Back to the captain of Perth Aquila. Lalovic. Forced back again. Natali finds the captain, turns and shoots. Igor Novakovic just putting it into the side netting. Martino kept in well by Browner. Natali, deliberate handball. Well, he just literally dragged the ball away as it was coming back to Browner. Was he the last man? Not good to see a send-off at any time, but Garcia shoots, goes wide. We're in the final 10 minutes of this final. Brazajinga were losing finalists last year. Dixon, who was signed by them this year, was hoping to win some trophies. Comes to Martino, he's got Browner as an option. Kneebone did really well closing it down, and then that's a great touch. Well, Brad Kneebone really is showing his quality tonight. He's made some fantastic saves, and that was another one. Looked a dead set goal, 2-on-1. He chose the right player, closed him down, and then when it was clipped over him, just lifted it over the bar. Browner's won a free kick spectacularly. Almeida trying to play it back to Browner. Through the back of him came Novakovic. Free kick didn't go his way. Novakovic sits down. Back on is Daniele Dulise. Slavujevic to Dulise. Robbed by Dixon. Infield to Browner. Dixon unable to get on the end of it. Slavujevic from the side to Natali. Misdirected pass gives possession straight back to Brazajinga. Browner trying to get past Lalovic. That was a foolish pass by Almeida and may pay the price, but Barros saves his blushes. Almeida apologises now. Comes to the back post. Barros again. Great awareness from the goalkeeper, getting his hand there and pushing the ball away. Slavujevic. Dulisa unable to keep the ball alive. Almeida. Fracasso. Looking for the run of Almeida. David Masevski with space, shoots, and trying to get on the end of that was Daniele Dulise, but just couldn't get there in time. Dixon. Correja has to get past Masevski, rolls the ball down the line to Martino, and that went out of play. And there's an argument saying that if it went out of play, it must have come off Martino. I think Martino's saying there was a push in the back. That's why it went out of play. And the referee's saying it is from the side. So he's deeming there was a touch. Shot from Correja goes into the side. Timeout has been called. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. And the score remains Brazajinga 5, Perth Aquile 2. Brazajinga have been under a little bit of pressure of late, but have managed to sustain that. And there have been some great saves from their goalkeeper, Barros. Just looking at Brad Kneebone again, is won 6 state futsal league titles with 3 different clubs. The goalkeeper for Perth Aquila. Fantastic achievement. Question is, they've got 6 minutes to pull back 3 goals. Can Perth Aquila do that? They've got Daniele Dulise, 26-year-old, 2-time State Futsal League All-Star player in 2013 and 14. He was the MVP in 2013. A man that lives and breathes futsal. He coaches the juniors at Perth Aquila as well. Natali helping it forward. Martino gets there. Dixon cleans up. Correja, who scored a blinding goal at the start of the second half to just stretch his team's lead to 4-1. Masevski, 2 goals to his name tonight already. Slavujevic. Dulese back to Natali. Masevski now. Slavujevic again. 2 players in front of him. Going to have to go back to Natali. Into the face of Correja. Comes back to Slavojevic, but his shot was clipped and it's a corner. Brazajinga getting numbers back behind the ball. Tulise with a shot, hit Dixon's feet. Natali looking for Masevski. Dixon back doing the defending. Natali again. Daniele Dulise, the coach, finds Masevski. Correia just puts it high into the roof. Get the feeling that if a goal was scored now, it'll be a jittery final 5 minutes for Brazajinga. If they can withstand the next minute, they've probably done enough. Hits Caleb Dixon in the arm. Natali looking to get on with it quickly. Is he going to try a shot? Martino being told to get back the required distance. He now does so. Fracasso joins him. Barros comes off his line. Shot was wide. I think he was aiming for a deflection. It was just too much power. Clipped forward, brought down brilliantly by Correia. Caleb Dixon with a shot, deflected off Natali. Corner to Brazajinga. Slavojevic alert. Good turn from Natali. He's under pressure though from Martino. Correia tries a shot, just whistles past Kneebone's right hand post. Keeper will tell you he had that covered, and I have to say I agree with him. Natali again to Masevski. Sharp pass back to him. Slavojevic looking for a run forward. Barros alert as he has been throughout this match. Comes across, Correia. No sign of the knee injury that troubled him last night. Comes across, played in, and it looked as if Fracasso was expecting Garcia to be at the far post, and he wasn't. Martino, Fracasso drills it forward. Kneebone again with a sharp save to deny Garcia. Well, if there's a goalkeeper of the final, there is no doubt that Brad Kneebone is the man. Masevski hits the post. Well, he would have cleaned up his hat-trick. He deserved it with a turn like that. And it would have meant a grandstand finish. Score remains 5-2. Corner won by David Masevski from a deflection. Changes quickly being rung by Brazajinga. Goalkeeper, the post had just moved off its line, so referee making sure it's back in position. Brad Kneebone, is he going to try a shot? No, he's not. He's left his goal though, and that is another goal for Correia. 6-2 to Brazajinga. Always a risk when the keeper comes so far out. Kneebone came out to add an extra man to the attack and paid the price. Correia getting his second of the evening, Brazajinga's sixth. And you can feel they've got one hand on the trophy with 2 minutes 17 seconds remaining. Victor Browner just belting that into the crowd, and some poor young lady catching it almost full in the face, but she's able to laugh as he still apologises. Quite a charmer, Victor Browner. And Novakovic is going to get a talking to for hurling the ball so hard. Garcia should just stay out of this one. It's already been told by the referee. I think it was pointed, did we get that on camera? We sure did, Diego. Final minute and a half. Perth Aquila looking for a consolation. Slavojevic on the ball. Manages to find Masevski. Turns again at the top of the area. He's drawn the foul. Masevski frustrated, but he's really toiled hard. Novakovic is going to drill one, you feel. Barros just lining his wall up and joining the wall. Garcia has to guard the left-hand post. Fracasso has got a yellow card. He was just going out to check the angle. Seems a little harsh. And now Victor Brauner gets a yellow card for his comment to the referee. Shame the game is ending this way. The shot comes in to Masevski. Barros saves again. Oh dear, and there's a little bit of afters, and this is all very unnecessary. It's been a wonderful game of football. We don't need it ending this way. And it's good to see a lot of the players in very quickly to calm that down. I don't think there was anything in that. Barros just came across to make sure the ball did go over the side. And Masevski and him just landed on top of each other. There didn't look to be anything malicious in it to me. The officials are conferring. See what action is taken. Final minute of the match. Card has been issued. A couple of cards to the bench. Novakovic with another shot. It's gone wide. Barros pulls the ball out. Finds Garcia. That was a definite push. And it's a shame that it's degenerating into a push and shove match, because we've witnessed some really beautiful futsal tonight. Perth Aquila can be proud of their achievement. They beat the reigning champions last night. No one expected that. They came fourth in the league. So it was a fantastic achievement to beat Cambio Cumbre, who'd only lost one game. Barros again denies Masevski. And the shot from Slavojevic goes wide. The Braza Jinga fans start the celebrations. Garcia down the line. Fracasso back to Garcia. Clever pass back to Fracasso. Final half a minute. That girl will never get a job as a goalkeeper. Completely missing the ball past her hands. Brauner trying to flick it on to Correja. Lalovic down the line, but it's gone out of play. The bench just shouting how long is left to the players on the pitch. Garcia clips the ball forward, straight into the arms of Brad Kneebone. He lobs it forward. Nodded on again, but nobody ahead of the captain of Perth Aquila. Last 10 seconds. Correja, can he get a hat-trick, or will he just wind the clock down? Happy to wind the clock down, gets a push in the back. Brauner, the captain, has control of the ball at the final second. And Braza Jinga are the WA State Futsal Champions for 2014. And you can see just what it means to them. An emphatic victory by them. Brauner with goals. Correja with goals, Dixon with goals, Fracasso with goals. We'll just let them enjoy the celebration for the final seconds. Braza Jinga are the champions. The final score, Braza Jinga 6, Perth Aquila 2.